Hey YouTube, Pipe Miner Chris here again. I'm doing a VR for Dwarven Piper. Got my got some Esoterica Peace Haven in my near up poker. So, and along with that, a little bit of Jameson. All right, Josh, you're doing a Halloween giveaway. Thank you. I want to say Halloween has always been a lot of fun for me. I've always enjoyed the costumes and everything else. And the funny part of that is once I got past, my being a teenager and all the screwing around we did on Halloween for that, and when I started having kids, I got a whole new fresh take on Halloween, because now we get to dress the kids up and take them out and kind of relive Halloween and trick-or-treating through all their eyes, a second time around. But we've always watched, I'm a movie buff anyway, so we've always kind of watched Halloween stuff. I didn't show my kids when they were young monster movies or anything like that. Once they got to be teenagers, then whatever. But I have chosen my three. I've got one from my childhood, one from my teenage years, and then one that's kind of an all-time favorite that I still try to make a point to watch every year. From when I was young, and I don't remember when this movie came out, to be honest, and I haven't looked it up. It's not important, but one of the first movies that I watched that just messed with my head was The Omen. And here's this movie dealing with, Satan and hell and all of this just screwed with me for a long time. And still, it's one of those things that, there's just the possibility, that all of this is just real enough. It's one of those that just creeps me out, that the possibilities. Well, kind of ties into my second one. From my teenage years, Hellraiser came out when I was, mid-teen, somewhere in there. And man, I watched that movie, and that's another one. Here's the idea that by messing with this little puzzle box, you can open a gateway to hell, and the Cenobites come around and falls into the big old nope category for me. But it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I watched it a lot. And I watched several of the others until they started kind of getting a little bit strange. Strange for Hellraiser. It's one of those that, in my opinion, they pushed it maybe one or two movies farther than they should have in the franchise. But, and I've heard other people talk about Hellraiser. It was a good movie, and at that time, it was different enough that it really stood out in the crowd. My third one is one that it's not a scary movie. It is a monster movie. But it's one that I try to watch at least every Halloween, if not more often than that. And that's Young Frankenstein. It's a Mel Brooks movie. It's just hilarious. I love it. But it's, a monster movie, so it qualifies, I guess. But it's not going to scare anybody, I don't think. So, those would be my top three for, a couple of scary ones. And I'm into sci-fi and stuff, so I've seen a lot of those alien type movies. But none of them messed with me the way that the movies that dealt with hell have. And so that's why those are my tops. So, well, thank you, Josh, for the giveaway. And enjoy your Halloween.